Well, now to the campaign to ban cheap Chinese electrical products that fail safety standards Australian-made products have to meet. There are tens of thousands already out there, and experts say it's only a matter of time before someone pays a very heavy price for these cheap imitators. Quist has more.
We don't want, as an industry, to have unsafe electrical product in the market which has the potential to cause death or fires.
I don't think anyone would argue that we should receive inferior products with the potential to cause harm.
Cheap, nasty and dangerous. Shoddy imports dumped on our shores. Products deemed so risky they're banned in many other countries.
We are most annoyed when we come across product repeatedly that is unsafe, that is non-compliant, that can be sold cheaper than our product, which does comply with the standards.
This PowerPoint is fake and potentially deadly. But spotting the difference between the Chinese counterfeit and the iconic Australian-made HPM product is almost impossible.
But upon closer engineering inspection, we found substantial differences in the materials used, in the manufacturing tolerances, and in the electrical safety properties of the goods.
The inferior import was shipped into the country and sold at bargain basement prices by outlets happy to ignore our electrical safety standards. Potentially installed in thousands of homes, the PowerPoint is a ticking time bomb. And according to HPM Legrand's Kim Craig, it's one of many.
In the electrical industry, there's widespread non-compliant product coming into the country. It includes components for light fittings, such as ballasts or transformers. There are miniature circuit breakers or residual current devices that have been shown to be non-compliant, and these represent very real safety hazards to the Australian consumer.
More than $35 billion worth of merchandise is imported from China every year. And as trade increases, so too complaints about substandard products. Toxic toys laced with lead paint have been removed from shelves. Likewise, pet food which contained the poisonous chemical melamine. Also banned toothpaste containing diethylene glycol, a chemical used in antifreeze. Even imported prawns have been found with unsafe levels of antibiotics.
He had a large rash over his body, red and raised, and then became nauseous.
Clothes covered in formaldehyde have given new meaning to the term fashion victim. Maddie Lyon claims her son Milo suffered this nasty skin irritation shortly after putting on brand new pyjamas made in China.
He put the clothes on. By the time I got home, the middle of his face had swollen up, the bridge of his nose, his top lip was so swollen it was touching his nose.
10,000 products have been recalled in Australia in the past 20 years, but manufacturers believe not enough is being done to protect consumers. A confusing array of state and federal quality standards are blamed for the influx of potentially dangerous imports.
We need to ensure that the highest possible quality of goods comes into Australia. So whatever is going into Europe, if that's the best practice with regards to standards, that same quality should come back into Australia.
Chairman of the Textile Clothing and Footwear Innovation Council, Phil Butler, knows many imports arrive in the country with very little scrutiny.
If you're purchasing a product in Europe that is certified to, for example, a standard called Ecotex, then you know that that material, that garment, has gone through all of the testing and is certified, and you can purchase with confidence. I'm not sure that you can apply the same standards in Australia at the moment.
The Australian Competition and Consumer Commission says importing products that do not comply with Australian standards or bans is an offence. But it admits principal responsibility lies with importers and suppliers to ensure the product is safe. And although fines for non-compliance range up to $1.1 million, those responsible for this dangerous PowerPoint were fined a mere $7,000.
If you are offered something that is a ridiculously cheap price, I think you should be very suspicious about whether it does, in fact, comply with our safety standards.
It does make you wonder what happened to the level playing field when it comes to imports. That was Jackie Quist reporting.